Hello everyone, CatWeazle here, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Perdition's Mouth Abyssal Rift, where we're still playing scenario 3B, which is Pet Laboratory, and we're in some big trouble, man. First of all, one of the things just to have a chat from last turn. I may have been playing these guys a bit harder than they are meant to. It does say in the rules that if they have line of sight on a hero, doesn't say the weakest hero, it just says line of sight on a hero, then they do not move. If you recall, I did move them last turn, just so they could see Simmer, but apparently, just even having Bastion in line of sight means they don't move. I'm going to keep it from last turn, I'm not going to move everything back, but I will play by the letter of the rules from now on. I'm not sure whether... Yeah, these guys are supposed to be intelligent, you see, the cultists. I'm not so sure this guy just stepping in the way, they would suddenly forget about the weakest hero. It just doesn't seem right, but that's what the rules say, so we will play it that way. But it might be an interesting variant to make it a bit harder, just so that these can teleport round, because... obviously, if I was an overlord and I was playing these characters, I would have them teleporting around Bastion to attack the weakest members. But in the rules, it does say any hero in line of sight and they will not move. So I will bear that in mind from now on. Okay, so that is it. So let us get on with episode 7. And here we are at the hero phase. Who is going to go first? Well, I think first we will have Bastion go. Just after we've spun everybody around, obviously. And, yeah. So Bastion's going to go. He's going to go 1, 2, and he's going to go onto the move tab. That is going to give him another card. And he gets quick strike. If this attack is successful, you may immediately make another attack against any target. On the real battlefield, chivalry is an antiquated notion. Well, very good. The only problem with that is we haven't really got many attack cards. So, but it'll come in. This sort of thing would be good against bone worms, something like that. Not so much against these guys that have got a good defence, but it's a good card. So we'll put that over here. Then we're going to move. So he moved 1, 2. That means he's got 4 action points left. So he is going to spend... Yes, he's going to spend 1 of those action points. It's a pity we didn't have 5 left. We could have put Gaping Wound back into his deck, but we just haven't quite gone up. So he's going to stand there. So he's going to get in the way. And, oh, nearly forgot. We've got to get rid of those defence tokens. They were from last turn. Let's get rid of those. And that is it for Bastion. He has gone. Who is going to go next? And our next hero to go is going to be Simmer. And he's just going to go onto Charge. So part of the movement of Charge, he's got 6 action points left. He's going to spend 1 and another 3 for 4. And he's not going to bother to attack. He's just getting right behind our friend here, Bastion, so he cannot be seen by that guy or that guy. So that is Simmer's go. Next up will be Elisa is going to be next. So Elisa is also going to go onto the Charge tab. And she spent 1, 2, 3. So she has got how many action points left? She's only got 1 action point left. So she could do with being aided, and aided she shall be, because Alathabal is going to aid her and give her the extra steam card. So she's going to get 2 of these. 2 of these. So she gets 1 for -1. That's a good start. So come on, a good one. +5. God, I thought she would be going backwards. So she's ended up with 4 +1, that's 5. She's only going up 2. 1, 2. Bit of a waste of a +5 card, but at least the enemy didn't get it. So there we go. Right, so we've played Extra Steam, that's gone. Again, she's not going to attack either. She is also out of line of sight now, because it does clip Bastion's square, so cannot get to the centre of this square. And obviously that's not in line of sight, so we're fine. So that's her go, because she's not going to attack. Now it must be a Lathabal, and here we are back with a Lathabal. What's a Lathabal going to do? So 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to go on the rest tab. The reason going on the rest tab is obviously we need to get some cards back. He's only got 1 card left, which is pull back. So we'll get all these that he's played, we'll put those back in here, give it a shuffle, and we'll draw him up to 5 cards again. Her up to 5 cards again, sorry. Sorry, Lathabal, you're a she, I know. Right, so we've got 4 cards to draw. We get Explosive Device. Drop a small explosive. Your attack becomes an area attack with +2 combat against each figure adjacent to you, but it will also attack heroes. Next card is Grit for 3. Extra Steam, again, we've got that back. And Wall of Stone, we've got back. So those are the 4 cards we've got. I would have preferred more cards like Grit, to be honest, that'd help with, you know, combat. Explosive Device and Grit, all well and good. Wall of Stone and Extra Steam, not so good. Not for what we want to do. So let's put these up here. So that is it for a Lathabal. So we will spin that round. Next up, it is the enemy phase. And here we are at the enemy phase. Needless to say, we could do with a low number. Come on. A +3 is not a low number. Well, at least we're not going to get a spawn at the end. So it's got a move, an attack, and a spawn. So first of all, move. So it's these guys. Whoop. 1, 2, 3. They've all moved up. Oh, I know what I meant to mention. This door. I did have this door here, but it's not a door in between. As you can see, it was just like I was moving it out of the way. I've put it down here now just to avoid any confusion. But anyway, those guys have moved, so that's it for the insectoids. Mr. Acolyte, he's going to move. Then these guys are going the other way. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. These are probably quicker going this way. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. They're going to head that way. In fact, he is only going to move 2, and then he's going to use 1 action point to open this portcullis here. So this portcullis is now opened. So put that there. Right. So he's just spent 1 of his action points to open the portcullis. Okay, groovy. So all those are open now. Right, so that's those guys. Summoners do not move. So that's that for them. But on the attack, none of these can attack. These guys can. And they're going to attack Bastion, unfortunately. So they have got an attack of 3. Bastion is currently on full hit points, so he's got a defense of 4, so it's 3 versus 4, but he's not on a defend tab, unfortunately. So what we're going to do, can he play anything? He can. So he, for the first attack, by the nearest one, he's going to play Honed Reflexes. So that's going to give him 2 defense, so that is going to be 5 versus 3. Sorry, it's 6 versus 3. So they'll need a +3 or better. +2 isn't good enough. So the first one has missed. We will discard that card. Now the second one is going to attack. Can he be aided? He can be aided, because our friend Simmer is going to play Heavenly Blessing for 3. So it's going to be 7 versus 3. They need a +5 to hit. They only get a +1, so they miss. But that's cost us a couple of cards, unfortunately. But with any luck, we should be able to get Bastion up here to the defend tab next time. Spawn, well, we've only got Chileans. We do not have any nests, so we are fine. Okay, so that is it for the enemy phase. Let's move straight into the next turn and the hero phase. And here we are back at the hero phase. Just one thing, I just want to go through it, because it does look, I can't help but feeling, you know, we got away with it there because these guys didn't move. So I've got to show you the actual rule, which is on page 27, right at the bottom, where it says, bullet pointed, if a summoner has line of sight to any hero, it does not move. I've already said I'm not particularly comfortable with that rule, but that's what it says, so that's what we're going to stick to. So that's why they didn't move. And that's why they had to attack Bastion, because he was the only guy in line of sight. Anyway, let's spin these guys back round. And what are we going to do? Well, that's a good question, because we just do not seem to be able to get any sort of attack on these guys whatsoever. And, you know, we're spending all our cards defending. So poor old Bastion, he can't really get a hit in as it stands. It's just pretty bad. So what do we get? I'm going to have a quick think. Won't be a second. Okay, I've had a quick think. Our first player is going to be a Lathabal. Now, she's got 4 action points. She's going to spend 1, 2 to get onto the move tab. That means she gets to draw a card. Come on, a good one. Grease, exactly the sort of thing we want. So, an all symbol card that's got 3 action points with it. Good, good. So, and now she's got a move. She spent 2. She's only going to move 2. She's going to go 1, 2 up here. And that is the end of her move. So let's spin her around. Who is going to be next? And who's going to go next? Well, it's going to be Bastion. He might have to take a couple for the team. So rather than go on the defend tab, what he's going to do is going to go 1, 2, 3 to sprint. Which means he gets one of these. So he's got 3 left, plus whatever this card is for his movement. So he's got 6 movement. He's going to go 1, 2. And, should he go on there? He could go on the rubble. 1, 2, 3 on the rubble. Just got to check something out. Yes, that would be out of sight. 2, but could I get... Yes, we're going to put him on the rubble. I have a plan. I have a plan. So we're going to put him on the rubble. So that's it for that. And that is it for his go. Who is going to be next? And here we are. And our next hero is going to be Elisa. Elisa is going to go next. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a 1, 2, 3, 4 onto special. And she's going to blink. Now we can boost blink, and I think we are going to boost blink. We're going to boost blink with extra steam, I think. So, in fact... Oh no, we need a special card, don't we, to do it, to boost it. So it's going to have to be... We're going to use grease for 3. So we've boosted it up to 5, but we're not going to go the full 5 because we only want to get here. So 1, 2, 3. Remember, she's teleporting, so we can ignore all this lot. She's going to be here. 1, 2. So she's 2 away from them, and she is out of line of sight, obviously there. So that'll do. So yes, let's do that. And that is it for her go. So let's get rid of Grease and spin around. That means it must be Simmer's go. And here we are with Simmer. So he's got to get out of the way. So ideally we could do with him there, because that is still outside line of sight, because it is clipping Bastion's square. So they can only see Bastion. Well, in fact, he can only see Bastion. But that'll be alright, because as soon as we move Simmer, Alathabal will be in line of sight of that one, so that one won't have to move. I think so anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So in order to move him, let's put him on the move tab. So 1, 2, 3. He's still got 4 action points left, and he gets a card. And, oh, his last card pretty much. Squeeze. Heroes, portcullis and chest do not block your movement this turn. You must still end in an empty square. Right, so put that in his hand. But he will need to rest soon to get some cards back into his hand. So he's got 4 left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So he is out of line of sight there. It is clipping, so remember it's centre to centre, and that is clipping Bastion square. This guy obviously can't see through his mate, but he can see Alathabal down here, so he's not going to move. So I think that is it. We're not going to do anything else. Yeah, we're going to try and sneak out, I think. So that is it for the hero phase. Let's get into the enemy phase. And here we are at the enemy phase, so we've got to draw a response card. A +3, damn it! So that's move, attack, move. Oh. Right, let's do the moves first. So, yeah, 1, 1, 1. They all move up 1. But hopefully Elisa will be able to start blowing these away. And right, so they've moved. These guys, he's going to move 1. His second action, he's going to open the door, and his third action, he's going to move in there. This, oh, should have moved him up first, and then 1, 2, 3 up here, and 1, 2, 3 to there. Okay. So they have all moved. These guys aren't going to move because they have heroes in line of sight. So that's the end of the movement, but they are going to attack. Oh, damn. Right, so obviously this guy has got to attack Bastion, and this guy has got to attack Alathabal. So the attack on Bastion is... oh, get rid of that. So it's 3 versus 4 again. Are we going to play a card or aid? Is there anything we can do to aid? No, we're out of both, unfortunately, both Elisa and Simmer are out of cards to really help, unfortunately. So it's just a 3 versus 4. Oh... he's probably going to take another wound. So here we go. We need a 0 or a +1. Yes, a +1. So that's 4 all, which means it doesn't hit. Whew. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Limit of his range, he's going to attack Alathabal. And, oh, in fact, they both should have attacked Alathabal. That's wrong. Ignore that. We did get a +1. So that was the pull. It was Alathabal. She's going to get attacked twice because she's in range. Sorry, they will attack the weakest hero they can see, which is Alathabal. So Alathabal, I must admit, has got a... what's her... she's got 2. Yeah. And she would have played Grit because she had to play a card, yes, otherwise it would have been automatic hit. So she got 5, they got 4, so that means she avoided that one. So that was against a Lathabout, not against Bastion. So I went for Bastion because obviously he was right next door, but no, they'd have ignored him and attacked her. The second one is going to attack her. Now, she's got no more cards left to play, I don't think. So, no. So it's an auto hit. She's got 2 defense and it's 3 attack. So unless this is a -1, it has to be a -1 for it to miss, and it's a +4, so no way it missed. So she's took a hit. So she has gone down back to 4 hit points, and she's going to take a wound card. So here's the wound card. Put that on the top of her draw deck, which is unfortunate because she's got the best aiding deck, and now it's got a wound on the top of it. But it could have been worse. So if we want people to get hit, it is a Lathabout and Bastion. So that's the end of the attacks, and then it goes to a move. We'll ignore those guys, they don't move, because they've got people in line of sight. These all move up. So Elisa has definitely got to like start killing these next go. Otherwise, they are just going to eat her. So we definitely have to kill those next turn, or at least the first one. Okay, these guys will move. These are going to get in range now. This is bad. 1, he moves up there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we're really going to struggle here. So that is it for the movement. As I say, they're not going to move because they've got people in line of sight. And that is it for episode 7. I think we're on episode 7 of Perdition's Mouth, an Abyssal Rift. We're just really struggling. I made a real tactical error with these guys. When we started, I shouldn't have left them, you know, to the end, to all come out at the end. I should have had at least one come out at the beginning. So we could have killed one at the beginning. One come out, you know, a couple of turns in, and then a last one. If there'd only been one of them, I think we'd have been able to do it, but we're really struggling against 2. We still haven't got a hit on them. We just cannot seem to muster up any sort of attack. We are spending all of our cards on, like, trying to defend, and it's not going well. We're going to have to use attack cards now to kill these, and attack cards to kill them as well. So this is really bad. So yeah, we're in a pickle again. But hopefully a Lathabout will be able to run up, cause some mayhem. We're going to have to do something. And Bastion is just going to have to start hitting. He's going to have to start hitting out. He has got quick strike now. But he just needs aiding. But we've got no aid cards. So, yeah, I'll have to think of something. But that is it for episode 7. I hope you will join me for episode 8. But thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all the subscriptions. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the help and support and the views. It's fantastic. Brilliant. If you've noticed any errors, please let me know and I will try and fix them. Again, had to do a lot of thinking this episode. I may have made an error somewhere. So if you've spotted one, do give me a shout. Other than that, thank you very much for going across to Board Game Links to upvote the site. If you have done, that's very nice of you. Thank you. And thanks to everybody on BGG who has been posting comments, liking the videos, liking the threads. Thank you very much. As I say, that is it for episode 7. I do hope you join me for episode 8. But until then, this is me, CatWeazle, signing off. Toodaloo.